Hey guys, today I wanted to just give a general review about Windows products in March of 2015. As someone who recently made the switch from Mac to Android as a transitionary device up until Windows Phone, and then I got a Windows 8 tablet, and now I have a Windows 8 desktop as well. And just kind of a brief summary of why I kind of made the switch and why, for the most part, I don't have any regrets. And I'll say for the most part because I have had some issues with quality and consistency in some of the items. I had to return my phone because it had some software glitch, but Nokia ended up covering it, which was fine. I also have an Xbox One, which I forgot to mention is kind of a nice linchpin for everything else. I do really like that a lot. If only Master Chief Collection would sync in a reasonable time. But all that aside, I actually had an issue with Xbox as well. The sound channeling wasn't right. I wasn't hearing audio properly. I could hear music fine from movies and games, but I couldn't hear any dialogue. Very strange. But Microsoft fixed that too. So I've had some hardware problems. But other than that, I've been really happy. And first, I think that the the general aesthetic, I think, is what sold me. I just like the tiles, and I don't really use them that much on the desktop mode, but I do use it obviously in Xbox, on my tablet, and on my phone. And principally, what I really like about the Windows Phone experience in general is I have the 1520, which is very big, but screen is gorgeous. It's 1080p, and it's very, very fast. Got a Snapdragon 800, I think, and I have no problems, no hiccups compared to my Android IDNS 4 and my iPhone 4S, which happened to be stolen and that set this whole thing going. I think experience-wise, the Windows Phone is great. In fact, it's much better, and I like it for a couple reasons. One is that for my particular phone, the lock screen, as you can see, this is the lock screen. This lasts for about 2 minutes. It shows kind of basic information, and if I kind of swipe my finger over the detector, then this little thing pops up. So I don't really have to unlock my phone to see some pertinent information that includes the weather, the time, the date, and then any sort of events that might be coming with my calendar, as well as any missed calls and notifications right here on the lock screen. Really nice. Also, the tile interface I kind of enjoy. You can kind of see I have, most of my top programs here that I use daily. What I like about the tile feature is that it does update. I have my updating tiles in the bottom half and the frequent, phone messaging, email, and such. I have 3 different email clients all synced up. Basically, when you make an account, it creates a folder for you, and the folder is basically an icon. So if you click it, you can obviously scroll through all the emails very quickly. And all my different email addresses basically have their own tab, which is kind of neat. I don't have to go through programs. I can actually go straight to the mail itself. Similarly, it's nice to have photos that just pop up on your screen without having to deal with it. And stock quotes and news stories and all of that just tile through. So it's kind of nice having everything accessible. And then all my apps are just a swipe away. I really, really like this interface a lot. I think the Windows Phone 8.1 experience has been great. And Cortana, better than Google Voice, probably comparable to Siri. But not only if you search the search box, which is kind of nice to have, um, but basically, if I kind of scroll up a little bit, I get kind of updates on stocks and news and things that it populates like Google Now did. For example, if I'm getting flight information, it automatically says, do you want us to remember this? If I'm picking someone up and their flight might be delayed, my phone lets me know. So that's really great. And lastly, for professional responsibilities, most of the things are done on Windows. So as a doctor, the EMR system is Windows based. So there's a client. Obviously, I can access things at home if I need to. And then one final note, the OneDrive experience has been really great. No matter what computer I'm on, I open Word, for example, or whatever. And basically what happens is it automatically syncs with my cloud device, my cloud drive. So I can search folders and navigate things very quickly and pull things up, and things save also automatically, which is awesome. So you're working on something and you get disconnected from the internet, or you switch computers, you don't miss a step. Everything gets transferred from one way to the other. For example, I was studying for some tests, and I kind of had the two. I have my reference material on one half of the screen and my note-taking material on the other. I was using OneNote, which I found to be really, really great. It automatically syncs up. So no matter what document I open from any place, whether it's at work or wherever, if they happen to have OneNote, file right up. So I don't have to worry about emailing things to myself or even actively saving them to the OneDrive thing. It just kind of does it automatically. And I'm sure that iCloud has similar functionality, but I honestly never really felt comfortable with it. I didn't quite know how to navigate it very well, and I think Windows just gives you just enough kind of you put in some labor to figure out exactly where things are. But once you can navigate it, it works very well. Major negatives, I think certainly app availability on the Windows Phone front is seriously lacking. In fact, I just got booted from Bank of America, so that's frustrating. I don't have any clients or banking clients that are available on Windows Phone that I happen to use. So that's a drawback. And lastly, I mean, I have to get a virus protection software. I just feel more comfortable with it. I'm using WebRoot, which so far has been excellent, and I got it for a good price. You don't really have those issues with Mac as much. But I think that if you're looking at three components of an operating system, you basically have stability, you have the overall kind of aesthetic, and then you basically have availability and support for apps. So I think that for me, I think the aesthetic is the best on the Windows Phone experience. I think I like the app organization, I like the tile organization, and I like how things kind of sync up naturally. And as for the most part, good services built in, like Xbox Music is also quite nice as a subscription base, particularly because I happen to have everything tied into Xbox anyway. So that's good. But stability is a question. The hardware sometimes has been a problem. So there's definitely something to think about. When compared to Apple, I think that all in all, their services are a little bit more tightly linked up, a little more polished, and definitely more stable. But for me, it just kind of didn't have the same type of appeal. It didn't have the same type of convenience and customization. I think customization is really where Android trumps Apple, and I think Windows is kind of right in between, a little bit more customizable than Apple, but maybe not quite as Android. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. I was just kind of rambling and testing out my new webcam mostly, but I've been wanting to do another video review for a long time, and this was all on my mind. So thanks. Bye.